All right, the tip of the week is how to optimize your homepage SEO for Google. And this is a really important topic. It's really easy to solve this problem of optimizing your homepage SEO, and we're going to cover it in today's tip of the week. What does optimizing for Google mean? Optimizing your site for Google means that you're going to include keywords and phrases and content on your website that informs Google about the industry and audience you are serving. If you don't have keywords and phrases about the industry and audience you're serving, Google will not know what your website is about. And some notes about SEO in Google. A lot of times when people have a website idea and they're looking for a solution, they say, will you get me on page 1 of Google? And it can happen, but there are some factors that affect your ability and your ranking position in Google. So first we need to understand that SEO is a marketing strategy. It's a strategy where we are going to rely on searches in Google to show our website as a result, and then the traffic from the Google search results comes to our website. So SEO is a marketing strategy. Other marketing strategies include social media marketing, paid ads to bring traffic to your website. And so SEO is very specific to getting Google search traffic to your website. And we just wanted to keep this slide in here. What happens if you don't optimize your website's SEO? Basically, it's going to be really hard for Google to find your site or actually identify what keywords you hope your website will be found for in Google search results. Therefore, visitors will not find your site. And then another thing is visitors will find your competitors. And lastly, driving traffic becomes expensive. So the first thing we need to do is identify what keywords and phrases we want to be found for. And there are some tips and strategies for finding diverse keywords and phrases to strengthen the SEO power of your website. We want to show you guys some strategies to identify keywords that you should include on your site. What we want to do now is actually, we have a website example. Because there's a lot to do, we're going to go a little quick. We're going to apply some SEO keywords to a sample website that we have, and we're going to utilize this industry. We're going to target this industry, which is dog grooming in NYC. And Patrick and I will be working right now on the site. But the main areas, especially on your homepage, that you're going to want to cover to improve your homepage SEO. In the admin, there is an area in the general settings where you can put some SEO keywords. So we're going to dive right into it together. So Pat, this is the sample site we're going to be working on. This is basically similar to a site that a New Brilliant Directory site that you would get. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to start with the logo here. And to do that one, we're going to go to the design settings. And do you have a slogan we can use? I'll get rid of it. Just do best NYC dog groomers at the right price. We could use words like affordable price, any price, prices, priceless, but that's fine. We can save the changes. So let's just do a quick refresh here. Okay, doggroomernyc.com, best NYC dog groomers at the right price. I'm going to dial it back for 1 second. We're going to go back to the general settings. We're going to do the industry name and the profession name. So these are keywords that will be littered around the site, and they're going to be used in meta tags, in the footer, and they're just going to be sprinkled around the site. So we just want to make sure these two are set for the main industry and type of profession that we're targeting. I'm going to say dog grooming NYC is the industry, and the profession will be an NYC dog groomer. So this is like the type of business. As an example, there's interior designer. We'll do NYC dog groomer. And we can save the changes. And if we refresh over up here it automatically changed Pat to NYC dog groomers get listed today. And also notice the title of my tab here now says NYC dog groomer. This is the other tab. It used to say local business. So those two keywords actually update a lot of small things around your site, and it just needs to be the main industry that you're covering and the one type of professional. And sometimes it might be super broad, like local business, but if you can get a little more specific, like a New York City business or something like that, it does help a lot. If you want it to get extra crazy, you can put dog groomer login up here as well. Why don't we do it? We're going to go a little overkill on this just to make a point of different places you could potentially put keywords. So in this case, I'm not even going to put NYC. I'm just going to put dog groomer login. That actually pushed things to the next line. We could keep it like this, which is fine, but just to give you, again, to open some ideas for you guys, you could remove the contact us. That's probably something that's better to have in the footer anyways. It's already there. So in this example, I'm going to remove contact us. Perfect. All right, dog groomer login, New York City get listed today. So let's go to the mini nav here. And actually, the main menu, and we can head on over. We can just toggle here in the menu manager. Again, and this is just to give you guys ideas on all the different places you could potentially put keywords. All right, Pat, I think we've covered the general settings, the header, and the main menu. Good. We also did the logo up here, which is part of the design settings. I think now we want to go to the design settings and do this section here. And this hero section is what we'll call it. So let's toggle on over to our design settings. And first thing, let's maybe choose a different color than the standard color that comes with the site. Let's use this Yelpy red here. So we got the Yelpy red. Now what we want to do is we want to head on over to the homepage layout. And right now the homepage layout says search our online member directory, and it has this photo here. Let's actually change that up. This is a really cool tab, homepage search settings, lots of stuff here. Let's change this image first. Let's replace the image. I've already pre-selected an image that I want uploaded, and it's this adorable dog right here. A couple tips for you guys, 3 tips. 1, don't choose an image that has a lot of white background. Don't want white background. This has a little bit here, but it's more of a gradient, a blue gradient. Number 2, try not to choose an image where you're going to be covering people's faces. You want the subject of your image to be on the left or right, and then having this blank blurry space or something that's not covering the smiley faces is going to allow you to have text like this, search our online member directory. You don't want to block people's teeth and smiles and faces. And then lastly, use an appropriate sized image. We recommend generally you're going to want a rectangle, not a square, because most screens are rectangles. I have never seen a square laptop before. So you're going to want a rectangle size, and we recommend 1800 by 600 pixels, depending on the height of your hero section. This is the hero section. It might vary, but this is a good rule of thumb here, 1800 by 600 pixels. So you want to look for a large and high quality image. And then lastly, don't use an image that's too big. Images take the longest to load on web pages. So if you have like a 6,000 pixel image that's 5 megabytes, that's going to load horribly on mobile devices and still take a long time on desktops. So you want light images that are approximately the exact size that's going to look good on the majority of screens and monitors. So lesson for everyone there. All right, main title text. We're going to want this to include some of these phrases that we quickly found in Google. So find the best dog groomers in NYC at any price. We can even just do, let's just say we're for finding affordable dog groomers. Find the best dog groomers at affordable prices. That's what our directory is for, at affordable prices. Then we have the subtext. So we have the main text up here, and then we have subtext here. Start searching members here. We could say search NYC dog groomers below. I'll go ahead and save the changes. And let's refresh the page. There we go. Now you could play with the font family and the font sizes and all that stuff. We'll leave that out for this purpose because we're more focused on the keywords here. So I'm going to change the search type. We have a ton of search combinations here that you can use. Obviously, you want to keep things streamlined and easy, keep them easy for the visitor. I'm just going to do top category and location. So let's find that one is right here. And I'm going to save the changes. And then what I'm going to do, Pat, is change these from what do you need. I'm going to inject more keywords into this. What we have here now, just take it next up, we do have something called show text labels. And anything that's a text label on the site, it's in the yellow here, so you don't have to go into any complicated code to change the text around the site. And over here, we get this pop-up, and here's the what do you need. And I'm going to change it to select dog grooming service. I could put NYC in there. Again, you could do it as much as you think you need to. I could just do NYC dog grooming services. And then search by location, we can even switch that. Let's blow our minds here. Search NYC locations, right? And let's save the changes. Shout out to Diego in the development department who made this tool, and it's instantly changed. And I'll get rid of the thing. So boom, NYC dog grooming services. Select an option. You can even make the select an option something different. But
and even the search now button could be find a dog groomer near me.
Fine.
Because that near me is a big one.
Yep, let's do it. So this is search now. It's also a text label. So let's scroll down. Here's the search now. All right. So look.
That looks great.
Search NY City dog groomers below. NY City dog grooming services. We have them here. Dog shampoo, nail clipping. Search NYC locations. You know, like, I don't know, Manhattan, whatever it might be. New York, New York. And then find best dog grooming near me. And I click that button. But this module now has tons of keywords in it that we didn't have before. The best dog groomers in NYC at affordable prices. I want to search this directory now. All right, next section. Next section is the hero divider. Some people choose not to have this on their site. I love this because it separates the homepage a little bit. It draws attention to the hero and it separates it from other sections. That's why it's called the hero divider. You could put it in different locations, but let's update this to have keywords on it. I'm just going to be a little more literal and quick with this one, Pat. So I'm going to do search dog groomers, dog groomer services, and list your services.
What about list your grooming services?
I want to do it. I think it's going to take up too much because I can put it here. Because I could put a description, right? Add your dog grooming services. I could put NYC here. Dog grooming services. Search NYC dog grooming services. And then I guess, you know, you come up with whatever you want.
But there could be. I would probably put like dog shampoo, nail clipping. I would put in that search dog groomers, or that one there exactly. Either or. And you're getting some more keywords in there.
All right, mobile washes, because mobile was one of the words. We could just do NYC.
No, that's fine. So find and compare dog groomers near you.
All right. You can obviously choose. So here we have some of the font awesome icons pre-selected for you. I think there is one for paw. Yep, there we go. And then for services, or just do a list because it's like a list view. And then yeah, list your services. That's fine.
That's good.
What's also nice is right now we just have the icon, the title text, and the caption text. You can also have links here. So let's add some links. Link text. Okay, great. Let's save the changes. I'm actually going to change the colors also. Sorry. Let's go with this one. And let's do a before and after on this, and I'll open this in a new tab. All right, we changed the colors here. So we see here, you know, New York City dog groomers, search groomers, dog groomer services. This will take us to the services that's automatically created on the site, and then list your services, add your NYC dog grooming services. So great place to add more good SEO content here.
And for sites, Jason, that have not a lot of categories, and this could be one of those. I see a lot of people, and it's a great SEO strategy. They choose their top 3 categories, and they use the hero divider to just drive traffic there and take them to the search result layout.
You're a genius, Pat. Yeah, you could just do shampooing services, mobile services, clipping services, or whatever it is.
Exactly, and the buttons take you to the search results. And for SEO purposes, that is huge because you're going to be driving a lot of traffic to those primary categories. So if you have 3 or 4 categories that are very impactful for your industry and what most people search for, I actually love that strategy and utilizing that for the hero divider section.
That's a fantastic idea. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be to like some more general pages. It could be to specific categories. Just anything that's going to help the user experience click into your website rather than leave your website. So that's a great strategy. Let's continue moving down. By default, you do start with these 2 boxes here. You could remove them if you want. I like to keep them because we're looking for places where we can add SEO content. So let's go back to our design settings here. And I'll show you where you guys can edit these 2 boxes here. We're going to go to homepage layout, and right down here, the last one under homepage layout, the about website and join offer. So this is the are you a local business? Are you a local business? Let's just update this. Fantastic. Are you an NYC? I don't know what the grammar is on that. But anyways, we got the word dog groomer in there. And here's the best dog grooming in NYC. This could say find the best dog groomers in NYC. It's more variation. Okay, before we get to the footer, we have some pre-made content that we want to add to the homepage. Pat was nice enough to go to the member category section, and he added a few top level categories here. So let's add some images to some of these categories. So let's go back to the design settings. And what we want to do is, I love this picture, we want to show a little bit more than just these two modules here. We're going to go to homepage layout, homepage section order, and these are all the different sections you can kind of stream all the way down your homepage. There's 15 different options. I recommend sticking with 3 or 4. You don't want to overwhelm your homepage with too much content. So we're going to keep the hero divider right there. That's the first thing that comes after the hero search module. And for number 2, let's do the top categories. So we're going to scroll down and we're going to show top categories, second to bottom here right now. And then number 3, and I'll just fast forward to what we did. You had newest members, right, Pat?
That's correct. Recent members, blog articles, and top categories, I believe.
Gotcha. And then lastly, let's do the blog articles with sidebar. I like that one.
Yep.
And then we'll go back and show the about website join offer right before the footer starts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are 5 elements here. And let's save the changes. And we'll refresh the page. Okay, great. So we haven't configured this yet, so it's showing all our top level categories. We're going to do that in a second. We're going to update the title here, but now we have our categories. We have some newest members. Pat just added some sample members in here. And then we have latest news. And these are the blog articles with a sidebar. You can have more stuff in the sidebar there. And then we have over here, are you an NYC dog walker? These 2 modules. So again, let's go a little bit quick because we're covering a lot of topics here. Let's modify the titles of these sections here. So we're going to head on back over to the design settings, homepage layout. I'm going to close the homepage section order. Here's the coolest part. Under the homepage section order, you have the options for your different section orders. I'm going to click options, and then I'm going to check this box, only show active sections. Otherwise, it's going to show all the different options that you can configure. These 3 are the only active ones here that I have options for. Let's start with the top level categories. All right, let's refresh the page here. Best NYC dog groomers near me. NYC dog grooming tips. And then I'm not going to do it, but where it says, are you a business, register your company, you can utilize the same thing we did with showing the text labels. Each one of these items is a text label. Even join our newsletter as a text label. You could say subscribe to get dog grooming tips in NYC, whatever you want to kind of add more SEO content here. So also now we have our blog articles on the homepage. So Pat just quickly, created these articles here, and these add good SEO here. Another thing Google really loves is to see fresh content on your homepage. So if you are utilizing some of the streaming widgets that show recent content that's been added to your site, that's fantastic. It adds good keywords, and it shows Google that your site is maintaining itself with fresh content and has a nice pulse. There is one more secret where you can add content on your homepage beyond the streaming options, and that is this option here, homepage section order. You have an ace in your back pocket if you want to add even more content. I'm going to go to section 6 here, and we're going to choose custom homepage content. And that's going to show as empty right now, but I'm going to show you where you can add that and what that does exactly. And keep in mind, you could add that in between any of the sections. In this case, we're going to put it at the end. All right, I'm just going to take this body of text here. And let's say I wanted to just add, if you have an SEO company or someone that wants to add content on your homepage for you, what you can do is go ahead and edit your homepage, the actual homepage itself. And let me show you where you can find that. Go to Content, Edit Web Pages, and it's always the first option at the top here, Homepage. So I'm going to edit the homepage. And remember, you can do widget equals here if you're familiar with widget shortcode. You can do lots of awesome things here. I'm just going to paste this content from Wikipedia that I had, and I'll go ahead and save the changes. Remember, this is just a sample website. And if you recall, section 6 is the custom homepage content. I'll go ahead and save that. And I'll go ahead and refresh the page now. So now if I scroll down, we have all our elements here. We have the NYC pet grooming tips we have here, and now we see this body of text here. Let's go down to the footer area here. Remember the NYC dog groomers. It says finding NYC dog groomers. I didn't type that in there. That's based on what we entered in the general settings of the site. So it's a variable that's used here. You can come in and edit, but let me show you how you can modify some of your footer menu links. It's very similar to how we did the main menu. All right, so let's go to the toolbox, and we'll go to Menu Manager, and we'll go to the footer menu. So here's the footer menu. Now, when there's a green square here, it basically means that there's kind of like sublinks underneath it. That's how we did our drop-down menu. And this is the about. So let's get calibrated to see what we're looking at here. Mm-hmm. So here's the about, website, search, and support. And then everything underneath them are kind of like child links there. So here's the about. And if we toggle this open, and let me just stretch this out, this is basically that little snippet that we're seeing. And again, we don't have to have about here. Affordable NYC dog grooming. You can just put keywords around your site. It doesn't have to be like an official title. And then you can obviously update this. Maybe you want it to be 2 or 3 lines long, maybe 4 lines, just something that will look aesthetically pleasing with the design of your site, but also includes all the important keywords that you need. In this case, I'll just go ahead and duplicate this. We'll go a little bit longer, and we'll save the changes. And we'll refresh. And now it says affordable NYC dog grooming. So now we got an awesome keyword phrase right there with a nice block of text. And then we have our links here. It says website, but instead of website, we could do dog grooming services. And as Pat mentioned before, maybe we want to link 3 or 4 of our top categories right under there. And we'll refresh the page. So Pat, look what I did here. We have affordable NYC dog grooming with a body of text. Instead of website and thing, whatever it was here before, I put grooming services. We could list our services. Dog groomers, we could put some links that are for the dog groomers, like how it works, list your services, something like that. And then you can keep support. Maybe you want to ditch the support and just put more dog grooming related things here. Maybe a link to your dog grooming blog, things like that. Let's look at where we were at before. Everything was super generic, about, website, search, local business. And what we've done is not only given it some color, we have dog groomer login, NYC dog groomers. We've really done overkill on this one, but I think we're just trying to show examples here. The search box, I love what we did with here. Search NYC dog groomers below, NYC dog grooming services. the hero divider, categories, members, blogs. We can even change the text labels of these and make them related to dog groomers. We've added custom text on the homepage, and we've modified the footer here. Let's take a breath and backtrack. Let's look at our slide here. I think we've done 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to get into 5, the homepage meta tags. Homepage meta tags. All right, so it's basically the title here that Google is going to read, and also the description. And not only does it help with your search engine optimization, you also want it to be something nice that people are going to click on, not just making it for robots. So let me show you where you can edit your homepage. These are called meta tags. So what we want to do is we can go to Content, Edit Web Page, and we're going to edit our homepage again. And over here on the right-hand side, we have a nice and tidy. It says SEO meta tags. And a lot of these are using variables because when we launch the sites, they're meant to be used with all these sites. I'm going to go ahead and just scrap everything here. And I'm going to just say best NYC dog groomers. And I'm going to even put search free for NYC dog groomers. Now, this isn't going to show on my public website. It's what Google is going to choose to show in the search results, in Google search results. Keywords, so this would be, I think 4 to 6 keywords are fine. You don't need to go overkill. You can do NYC dog groomer. All right, that's fine. And then the description is, it's actually text. So it would be here, reviews on dog groomers in Los Angeles, whatever it might be. We want to put something that's easy to read, but also has good keywords in it. So let's save the changes and view the page. And we're not going to see that, but it is in the code. I'm going to look at the source code here. What we're looking for is the title. So this is the title that Google will use in the search results. And we want a title that people will click on, but also has my keywords in there. You'll notice I don't have a lot of words like for, is, the. You want to keep it short and sweet. So we have best NYC dog groomers. Search free, I do have the word for there, but it's limited. Search free for NYC dog groomers at affordable prices. And then the next 2 lines are these 2. I'll keep them highlighted. This was my description. Find the best NYC dog groomers at the best prices for dog groomers in NYC. And the keywords, NYC dog groomer for, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow. I mean, it was a bit of a longer webinar than most, but I've been reading people's comments on this webinar, and it does seem like it was what a lot of people are hoping we would cover. It's been a very in-depth and A to Z from everything you need to know about optimizing your homepage for SEO.
Fantastic. Great. Yeah. And here's the link, brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. But this concludes this webinar. We'll probably have a webinar in 2 weeks from now, mid-December. We'll keep you posted with the final date. But on behalf of myself and Patrick, thank you guys so much for joining this awesome webinar. And we look forward to catching you in the next one. Have a great week.